Well, welcome back to Pokeca Talk. It has been how many months has it been? Because I know it's
2
not
months.
weeks.
2 months.
It's been 2 months.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yep. Been a while. How you been?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking first. And again, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
There's some. I'm doing better because Mega Dream EX actually released. So that is what I was anticipating about.
Yeah.
And I hope you are good now as well.
Yeah, I'm good. I've just really taken a break. I think it was a very much needed break. I was getting bombarded with just too much junk. That's probably the best way to say it. Explain it succinctly. There's just too much junk with Pokemon cards, and it was just not fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it feels like Mega Dream dropping, finally releasing, is kind of sparking some joy again, which is why I reached out to you and was like, hey, maybe we should do another episode. And I've been getting,
Yes.
I don't know if you were getting this at your locals, at your events or anything. I was getting a lot of people at cups and when I was at cons and stuff, just messaging me even saying, when's the next episode? So actually I started feeling really bad about that. So sorry to everybody that has been waiting for another episode. We weren't defunct. I actually got asked if it was defunct after 4 episodes. That'd be some kind of record.
Oh, no, you're fine. And yeah, where should we start? Because there's so much out there. Negativity, rage bait as well.
Engagement bait. Just absolute slop, garbage.
I think it's just difficult now to find the good in many social media stuff. And that is what I've been struggling with as well. And I just hate it. I really hate it. And we spoke about gatekeeping, I believe, in the last episode. And I think with many stuff, I think you hit the nail on the head. And I am not here to just stroke our ego or whatever. But I think we made some solid points last episode. And I think what we said 2 months ago only just reinforced our statements. And I was hoping 2 months ago I was wrong. But it is now just intensified by again, like you said, there's so much. I hate the word slop because it's now being overused, but it's really terrible out there. And I just, it sucks the life out of me. In terms of enjoyment.
I actually like the word slop because, yes, you're not wrong. It is just overused and it can be applied to so many things. But the second you say slop in reference to something, people instantly know what you're talking about. And I actually think it's become quite a powerful word because when you call something slop and people agree, that's what we need more of. Not dancing around, like seeing this stuff that's kind of bringing the space down or making it hard for us to engage in it and dancing around it and avoiding it because we don't want to confront it. I think being able to just say like, this sucks, this is slop, is actually quite powerful and cathartic because there's so much. Like, I don't even like it, and even when something like when Mega Dream drops and we're getting all these really cool cards slowly like appear online, there's still slop there to just poison it. So like you and I, because just for context, by the way, welcome if you're new to the Pokeca Talk podcast. This is just a podcast where two guys talk about Pokemon cards, but without the filter. I know that sounds like super edgy, but we're just doing it our way. You know what I mean? Yes. We're doing it our way and we're not trying to cater to any one group. This is like our stress release. I don't know. I already feel better.
I mean, yeah, it something needs to be said, and
it needed to be said.
Yeah, and I think we are really still polite about it. honestly, because the best way to just show is to show some examples. But I think we are not going to show examples. Why? Because we would then give the people who want the attention the actual attention.
No, I reckon the one that we were talking about, because we had a message for a while as well. So you and I, we haven't spoken for ages, just for context, for everybody's listening. The one that we were talking about though the other day, which sparked the hey, let's do an episode, it's time, was the tweet that was insinuating that the James Turner Pikachu EX from Mega Dream was AI, and it's like, it's just incredulous. Like it's actually insanity. Like 2 seconds Google James Turner Pokemon, you would know to just take a seat and shut your mouth. I mean, we could put the tweet up. It's a nothing account. That's the thing though. Like it was, and like they got dunked on. So good. You know what I mean? Good.
I think let's not show it because it doesn't matter anymore.
Lucky. That guy's lucky.
Look, I just we don't. It's out there, and again, I think I don't want to believe that these people don't know that I think they are talking like let's get as much traffic as we can, and it works for them. And there's a blue check mark account, and I think they will get revenue for these kinds of traffic. But at what cost are you going to make money? Because
you can't be making that much money from just typing garbage into Twitter Blue and being like, I got 100,000 impressions. You just can't. These people are fundamental, like they're just baseline stupid. I think they are just actually dumb people that seek attention. I think you're giving them too much credit to say like they know what they're doing. I think they are just dumb people looking for attention rather than smart people looking for attention. Either way, they both suck.
Yeah, it does ruin again. There's so much great art out there, and why you can tell so much nice stuff about, for example, James Turner, indeed. But you just chose to say it's probably AI. I mean, come on, this is the Game Freak. The ex-employee Game Freak, of course. He's now working on his own stuff. I don't know if you know the game, the Plucky Squire. That's one of his work. I mean, his art is... I was going to pick
that up, but I heard that the Switch port was... I was like hyped for that when it dropped, but I heard the Switch port was like kind of choppy. So I skipped, and then I actually did not think about it again until you just mentioned it. Did you play it?
No, I haven't picked it up. I have so huge backlog of games, and how much I like my this game, and it's probably on sale on Black Friday. Black Friday again. The much is like. Well, let's talk about let's ignore the Black Friday deals because there's not much deal. But for I believe $20, I believe you can pick it up.
Dude, I got Death Stranding 2 on PS5 for $40 Australian. That's like what, 25 US? That's a bargain. That was Black Friday for me. That was the highlight of my week.
Number 2.
The second one, yeah.
Okay, on the beach. Okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice. That's a good deal.
Don't know when I'll play it because my backlog is just as bad as yours. But
there you go.
I got it.
There you
I'm
go.
Trying. One thing I was thinking, it's like, because we just came in hot, just having a little bit of a whinge about poopy engagement bait posts on Twitter. But while we were talking about it, like the argument is, why does it matter if people are doing that? But the reason I think it matters and why it pisses me off and why it turns me off Pokemon cards in general right now is because when I open Twitter, which is supposed to be a place where you're finding other people that like the same things as you, a place where you would like to engage in your hobby and speak with others online, it feels like right now there is nothing but slop. So there's nothing like drawing me to having a conversation with somebody. When I've even tried to have conversations with people that I fundamentally know I will not agree with. Like because that's just how life is. Like you can't just agree with everybody. You know you're going to disagree with some people, but like I'll still entertain the conversation. I've had conversations with people on Twitter, and they don't like they can't even like converse with you without personally insulting you. So it's exhausting because you go on Twitter or X because you're trying to find people that like the things you like, or you're trying to find more of the thing you like, or some reason to positively engage with it. But all you're seeing is negative reasons to engage with it, whether it's engagement bait posts insinuating that a card is AI, which last time we saw that happen in August, that was a disaster. We'll come back to that because I want to talk about one of the cards in this set. Or it's like just people crying about scalpers, which are an issue but aren't the core problem. It's all just BS. So yeah, that. And I'm like, I'm sure other people are out there feeling the same way, because it can't just be you and I. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that there are others. I have people come into my chat, or in our Discord, or message just saying, you know, this sucks right now. It's like, yeah, but this really just feels like there's nothing you can do about it. So for me, I just was like, step away. You know, I was chipping away at my backlog, which I was actually pretty happy about. I've been playing FF7 Rebirth. It was good, but Mega Dream dragged me back in, and it sounds like it dragged you back in too.
I mean, not Inferno X, not my type of set, honestly.
No way, man. No.
What more? Mega Evolution, again, was okay, and I enjoyed the set. Same with the pre-release. But Inferno X, no, it's just not my cup of tea. There's not much to. I think if you are a Shinji Kando collector, you're eating. Just out there, all good. Phantasmal Flames.
There were some nice cards in it. Like
nice cards in there.
That's probably the set this year that has the least identity, I think. It is just an odd set. As a Japanese set and an English set.
I mean, if you're Charizard, you're feasting. If you're a Charizard fan, I mean. And
yeah, but that's it. Like, it starts and ends there. Yeah. You know?
So for me, it's an easy skip. I did order a box, but I think I just said to my friend, I need one box. That's it. I'm not going to touch it. The singles that I want to buy, I believe I only bought the Wigglytuff Arch Rare, and that is it. And
that is a good card.
That is a good card, and I pulled in English and in Japanese. I bought it, I believe, for 800 yen, and I'm done. Sometimes you have to say no to yourself in that sense. Sometimes you don't have to forcefully like stuff. And I think what you said, I think that goes hand in hand. Some people just they try to like too much, to force themselves to like too much, because others like, for example, Charizard. So they have to maybe think they have to like the Charizard as well. But no, you don't have to like it. And if you can come to those terms yourself, I think you're good. But that's the exact problem with the whole hype culture stuff on social media. People don't want to think for themselves anymore, and that is also a problem. If everyone just thought to themselves, hey, do I really need this Charizard, and do I have to like the Charizard? No. Okay, fine. Some people say, this Don Chow artist, I hate it, or you don't have to say it, but people are going to say it for some reason. And if you understand what I mean, and that is what I just hate. You know, I don't have it, so you can't have it as well. And that's what I always think. Some people cannot afford it, but others have it, so I have to insult that person for whatever reason. And this is probably the issue. Some people have too much time on their hands as well. You know, they are just doom scrolling. I also brought up the term now, doom scrolling. But some people are literally doom scrolling, and it's easy to get into.
It's a real thing. I mean,
yes.
I mean, it's a really vicious, disgusting cycle when you break it down. Because doom scrolling is just, it's a way for you to occupy yourself when you're bored. Yes. Right. So I feel like most of us, you know, over 25s, people that are working a full-time job, even part-time jobs, but basically that are working to support themselves, are more time poor than others who are, you know, unemployed or doing whatever, maybe just studying. So that demographic is most prone to doom scrolling, getting stuck in the cycle, because when you're time poor and you're bored, you are looking for something to do.
Yeah.
And if you only have like a 30-minute window or an hour window, you know, or 15-minute window, it's unlikely these days you're going to pick up a book and have a read of something in 15 minutes, or you're going to pick up a portable like a DS, because no one's, you know, we've got Switches, but people aren't picking up games or books or anything in their spare time. They're picking up their phone. And when you pick up your phone to occupy yourself, you're doing the easiest thing, part of least resistance, which is scrolling. And what that does is it gives you something to do. So it occupies you in your bored free time, but it doesn't actually give you anything it doesn't give you fulfillment, because you don't gain anything from it. You know, you don't learn a new skill, you don't get a new experience, you don't learn anything, you know, you don't take anything away from it. You just see stuff, and most of it is just you're flicking through it like it's sitting there for a split second. And so you get zero fulfillment out of it. So then when you go back to whatever task you're doing, you carry no fulfillment. You're unfulfilled. And when you're unfulfilled, you're unhappy. And when you're unhappy, you're more prone to being negative or mean or snappy or blunt, irritable. And so then when you come back, now you're unfulfilled, you're bored again, you're more likely to post some BS. And that's where it all comes from. And then let's say you post something like that, you know, the James Turner thing, or on the topic of Gengar, when it got revealed, I saw a lot of people making AI edits of it. So like, you come and you like post some slop, and it generates attention, because platforms based on just generating attention from negative stuff. Then every time you get a notification, you come back to your phone and you're just engaging with the negativity, and it's just this loop. You just become miserable. And that's what I feel like has happened to a lot of online Pokemon card spaces, is that nobody's coming in. There are some out there, and when I see them, I'm like, man, what a breath of fresh air. Like, thank God those exist, but they're far and few between. But that's what's happening. The whole space is rotted.
Yeah.
From the core, like from top to bottom. It's exhausting.
I agree, and I think this is beyond Pokemon cards. This is really just a society problem, and we should just scrap Pokeca Talk and just, if you know what I mean. This is beyond Pokemon cards, and this is a problem. I think almost every hobby and whatever just needs to deal with, and even for stuff like just totally random car content. Hey, we are talking about BMWs now. You see a lot of crap out there as well. And many people who have an opinion ready, but I want to say they cannot afford that car whatsoever. And you can clearly tell who's adults and who are the younger adults. Because when I was 19 or 16, 17, I was way less emotionally stable than I am today. That's just how it is. And I had some arguments on social media as well when I was 18, which I regret today, what I said, right? But I was a stupid person 10 years ago. It is what it is.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I don't know anymore. But when I probably look up on my
deal.
No, but I had my fair share of just stupid posts, and not necessarily insulting, but just trolling and whatever. I was there as well, right? But now it's just getting more extreme, and people are getting the time. They got rewarded as well for it. So you have like double.
Well, yeah, that's like the worst part of it, right? Because now it's just getting rewarded. Before it was just okay, you get a few followers, you might get a bit of attention, but no likes those
money.
days, but
no money for it as well.
Now you just get money for it. Yeah.
So
and it's sad because like what it does is then it just trains like that audience to then also think that way. Yeah. So it just propagates the problem. It just it's just it's like, this is a societal issue. It's not got anything to do with Pokemon cards, but it does, because it makes it difficult for people to appreciate the cards inherent, like to actually, like there are fewer people that are just genuinely just appreciating the cards, just appreciating what they're getting.
Yeah.
You know, okay, fine. Like, no, you don't have to like every card, but critiquing every card, people saying stuff like, the new Mewtwo sucks. Like, how about we got another Mewtwo from Ardita? You know what you know, like, why can't it just be like, hey, another contribution from an artist that we like? That's cool. And then that's it. I personally, I think it's, I quite like it. I think, yeah, but I quite like it. And it's like, that's it. Like, you don't
have to say
outright say it sucks. Like, oh, this is terrible. Like, it's nowhere near as good as the other one. It's like, fucking, it's just, we're not having a conversation. Like, you're just being extreme. There's like another to talk about. Whereas, like, you know, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, definitely very simple. Like, go for an extremely simplistic approach. That's interesting. I find that interesting. Why did he do that? Did he just decide he wanted to phone it in? Was he not feeling it that day? Was he disgruntled? Or is he trying to, is it meant to be like a painting? You know, is it meant to be a portrait that's hanging on the wall or something? Is that like, what is it? I don't know.
At the end, it's Creatures who decides to commission. Maybe he is being commissioned like that. Hey, you cannot make a detailed background. You need to make it simple like this. And Arito will likely say, like this, you want it this way? Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
Sometimes it is that simple.
That's what I'm saying. But like, yes, it is. And it is. And like, if as somebody who's done the research and done the work to understand the process that goes behind a commission, I find that extremely interesting. Why did Creatures say that? Like, why for that illustration were they like, so make the facial features extremely dull, like almost like they're not even there. Why? Why? What's the point? Why are they doing that? I find that interesting. But you get this blanket, this sucks. Cool, man. Like, what? Because it's not, like, does every card need to be Giratina V, Shinji Kanda? Is that like what every Pokemon card needs to be for every card to be? Like, that's, what are we doing, guys? That's what makes it fun. I'm not seeing that conversation on Twitter, though. That's what pisses me off. That's what pisses me off. It's annoying. Sorry. But it is really annoying.
Yeah.
It's just, because that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Like, because then you get people, sometimes people will say like, oh, like, unless your opinion's good, then what, people can't say their opinion. It's like, no, you don't have to like everything. Just, you're sorry, there's 2 F-bombs, but you're sentient. You're a human being with thoughts, feelings, experiences. You're capable of articulating more. Give me something. Give me something to work with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
It's difficult. It's difficult out there, and I'm probably repeating myself for 100th time now. And I'm saying this to everyone, you know. And I think we can ourselves make a great example, but you cannot teach people how to, you know, deal with stuff, and there's no blueprint on saying what is right or wrong. But in the end, I think a lot of people who just are not out there for the drama just want like an escape of their life, even if for like 30 minutes. Just forget their life, they, whatever reason have, maybe it's a bad day, a good day, to just see social media filled like this. And it goes down to the core as well, here locally as well. And I see no passion. And for some, it may be passion for them in that way, but it's not, in my opinion, the good way. And what is the good way? There's no proper etiquette or just handbook what to say, what is good. But I think what is best is try to avoid the price as much as possible. And I think the rest just it's a bit philosophical. But if you just talk about the artist and the card and what it stands for, and think beyond the value, I think you are already there. It doesn't have to be always about the money. Of course, money plays a factor. I'm not downplaying it. But it's like a perfect example was 3 weeks ago. I was displaying my Komiya Psyduck, the Scream Psyduck, at my local game store. This was about the Halloween stuff, right? I thought, hey, let's just put it in there. no, someone at the game store was buying some packs. I told them, hey, there's a Pokemon League upstairs. Do you want to see it? You know, why not? Yeah, let's check it out. And he saw my community Psychic. And instead of listening to what I said, why I put it there and what it means to me, he just saw the money in his eyes. Just how much it is worth. He googled up 600 euros, and he was just like, whoa, what is it? Why is it in there? Is this yours? I said, yeah, this is mine. I have 8 more. I said, I like this artist and what it means to me, and you know the drill about my Kamiya collection right now. I can't talk many hours about it. He just put his ears on mute, and he said, hey, my girlfriend likes it as well. He's so much likes it. Do you sell it? No. I said no. No split second. I said no, not for sale. Bye. Let's continue with the other stuff.
Yeah.
Just there's no hesitation, and this is like my own self-mechanism defense, where I said no, it's not for sale, and I was slightly offended because I was literally explaining why I like this card so much.
You're too patient, dude. Like whenever that happens to me, I'm just like, bro, are you even listening? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I know, this is
patient.
No, this is my profession. This is my profession. I know I have worked at many jobs, and I just instead of feeling offended and saying that I'm offended, I would just do another conversation or continue the conversation with another card. And I said, just no, I like it, and it's not for sale. There's other cards. What do you want to talk about, right? And he was very sad he couldn't get it off me, and I said, hey, I bought it for 8 euros. This is an 8 euro card for me, and it always will be an 8 euro card for me. And this is like not necessarily a flex, but I said literally to him and his friend, if you are in here for the long run, you will get these kinds of cards for that kind of price. Not if you are in there for the short term. Then you will always see the expensive cards that have been marinating for 10 years, 5 years. That is just how it's going to be. And if you are genuinely passionate enough and just right now and from here, if you are committed for 10 years, you will get these kinds of expensive cards as well. It's not that difficult. And this is what I've been doing for the last 8 years. This is what you're seeing right now in this cabinet, this display. And he was not buying it, of course. He only saw again the dollar signs in his eyes, like the Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
Yeah, I mean it's like that's a symptom of a lot of collectors' dopamine receptors just being absolutely fried, and that's just been ramped up this year beyond ripping packs and watching pack openings, like all the mystery packs, mystery bag stuff. I mean, I don't want to. I was thinking about this early this morning because I wanted to talk to you about it, and I'm like, I don't want to name any of them, but it's hard to speak about them without naming them. I'm not going to name them because I detest them, but they're everywhere. You know, there's big brands in the US that have made them a feature. You see people like running streams where they're just endlessly opening them. So what I'm talking about is digital packs, where you're opening up like a digital pack online, and then potentially pulling a PSA graded card, and you can pull all sorts of different cards. It's akin to the mystery bag, or the Milky Bags, the Milky Bag stuff that I made that video about last year, except it's digital, and then you can elect to dust it, so you can just turn it into currency to buy more bags.
Yeah.
Or you can actually redeem the card. And it's a blight. It's a legitimate plague on the space because people are just flicking, opening these things up, spending money, like straight up gambling, seeing whether the price of what they've pulled is more than what they paid, and then just discarding it, buying another one until they get something that is more than what they paid. It's insane. But what it's done is it's just pilled everybody. It's made everybody money, like most people money pill, so that when they see a card like that, they're like, what is the price? It's the issues that we're having like in 21 and 22, but amplified because now this new wave of collectors that have come in, this new audience or returning audience that came in at the end of last year because of Pocket, have been exposed to that in its most pure, like hardcore form, that you get interactions like that now, where you're literally talking to somebody about why the card is important to you, why it means something to you, and they are not listening or it's not processing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's actually insane.
Yeah. I'm
It's
seeing
sad.
it to a local level here, and the kids here as well are literally growing up with this kind of behavior. And this is not, again, the wrong behavior or the right behavior. To each everyone their own. But this is not what the past, I want to say, the past 30 years. I don't want to say the hobby. Pokemon cards scene has been, growing on. And again, Pokemon cards have survived for this long because there's genuine organic passion for the past 25 plus years. And now it's almost 30 years. But the past, I want to say 5 years, is been totally changing. And I'm not saying there's not always a financial interest in Pokemon cards. But I want to say even those collectors that had a financial incentive have some form of a genuine passion for the Pokemon cards. But there are many people in there that don't have any passion for it in the first place. They just see it as, hey, okay, this is like a good investment instead of a watch, instead of sneakers, instead of gold, crypto. They see this as a genuine asset. And that has been carried, again, by organic interest for 30 years. But what you get now, is in 10 years or so, 5 years, what you see is maybe some of those organic interest will fade. Maybe a crash will happen. What is going to happen then? That is also a thing that people do not need to underestimate, because at some point there will be a market crash, which will be likely great for me because I don't really care about some of these prices, but for some it's literally everything to them, the price. Oh, I don't have I didn't like this card, but I have it, let's say Giratina Special Art V for $1,000. It's now $600. Oh, that is a problem. And go.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like bad. I wouldn't say it's bad behavior, because I know that you're erring there between saying like, this is wrong, it's bad, don't do it. Because it isn't up to us to say what is and isn't right and what is and isn't bad. Okay. What I would say though is that it's meaningless behavior. So it is fruitless. And that's what irritates me, because we have the luxury and the privilege to talk about things like Pokemon cards at depth and art and have a meaningful conversation and like form some kind of bond.
Yes.
But instead of like living up to that, and instead of engaging in conversation that way, people have the meaningless conversation, which is talking about the value, and that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it kills passion. So what it does then, like you said, in 5 or 10 years, if that is just what is being perpetuated. So let's say you engage in that conversation and you were like, yeah, it is worth $600. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's the conversation. And then the next person comes in and has the same conversation, and that's all people are actually talking about. What happens then is that you lose what makes it. And there's nothing to connect with outside of the price. And at that point, you may as well just be talking about shiny rocks, like jewels or gold, because it's the same thing. And then we lose a cool thing. We lose a part of our culture. I think we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Maybe I've had this with a friend of mine offline, how it's silly how we put Pokemon, which is inherently like ultra capitalistic, on this pedestal to be like, it's part of our culture. But the reality is that it is part of our culture, because we don't have anything else that isn't a product of capitalism to engage with otherwise. You know, there's art. We can go to an art gallery and we can look at art in that way. There's cinema, there's TV shows, but all of those things are born from capitalism as well.
True.
So this is just our, this is 21st century version of our theater, of our art, of our culture, and it just is. And the beauty of it is that it is founded in those things which have more meaning, art. The issue that we have is like now that we were talking about is that if we don't embrace that and nurture that, and we're just talking about prices all the time, then we're going to lose that, and then that is going to suck because I'm going to have one less cool thing. That's it. That's what it is for me.
Yeah,
which is why I shut down. I'm just like, I'd rather just like, so that I don't hate it, because I was like dead set. I was at the point where I was like, do I just actually dislike Pokemon cards now? Like, do I actually hate Pokemon cards? Do I never want to look at Pokemon cards again and talk about them again? Is that where I'm at? And I honestly, I didn't know. I know it sounds like super dramatic, but I didn't know, because like a card would get revealed, and it wouldn't trigger anything in me. Like, am I dead? Something inside me died. It was weird, but the thing was, I resolved it internally, and it came from those things I was speaking about. It's heavy stuff, dude. It's deep.
It goes beyond Pokemon cards, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I agree with what you said. I will try to avoid repeating as much as possible. But honestly, we have to look at the future. One perfect example of the value stuff I told you this week, which really just saddened me, right? I run a Pokemon League. I give prize packs to the kids as well, the trainers, the kids. And 2 weeks ago, I saw a ripped prize pack on the table, left alone, at where the kids were, trading and opening packs. And I was just really angry. I try my best to organize this Pokemon League, to make this all happen. And I get thanked for this, ripped prize packs in half, which I'm very generous about. I'm not going to lie about it. I give prize packs weekly for just showing up. Some people are really stingy with prize packs during tournaments or events. That's fine by me as well, to each their own. But to see a prize pack being ripped in half, just something clicked in me. And I just said, hey kids, I don't care who did it. If I see it next time, I'm just stopping all the prize packs. And all this for not, an EX card that was not pulled. But do you know how difficult it is to pull an EX in the first place from a prize pack? Really difficult. So, yeah, I spoiled them too much. I partly blame to me, but the thing is, I can't blame the kids. The kids are literally being projected into, if you don't have a pull, all the cards in the pack is garbage. And that is a how do I want to say it? Not each kid is better or worse. You have some that are amplifying that behavior, of course. But it's just, what is happening, man? Why can't you like the cost that I gave you? Why? What happened? And that saddens me for some reason. I can just switch off the social media stuff, but in the end, you cannot escape it from reality, local level as well, because those same kids are literally just being fed that same social media, and they don't know how to deal with all that. It's too much for them. So what they all just see is no EX, crap. Let's throw that pack out. What I don't realize is how crazy that price pack is to have it for free. They don't even realize what that price pack is all about. They just see it as, okay, we have our weekly pack for free. No, a price pack is very, very, how do you want to put it? Usually you have to sweat for it. You get it for winning stuff or whatever reason. But it's just, really, really annoyed me. That is my personal opinion. But moving forward, where will this end? And I don't know. At some point, you can try all your best to make it, to see the kids, hey, you can enjoy Pokemon cards by talking about art or like collecting your favorite Pokemon. But yeah, I have no words
you gotta
anymore.
try. You gotta try. Like you gotta try and like teach people and like not to like get all holier than thou, but like show people that there is another way to engage in the space. It does work. Like I've had plenty of conversations with people, and then they end up going down a completely different road in the space. Someone messaged me the other day. They messaged me and they were just like, hey, I did a stream and I was just talking about illustrators and I shouted you out because you were the person that showed me that there was like more to these cards than just, the value behind them. You taught me stuff. You were showing me because I would always like spend time with the dude chatting to him about the illustrators and the history behind certain sets or like distribution methods for certain Japanese cards because he was like genuinely interested. But at first it was actually funny because at first I thought he was trolling, and then second I thought he was just a flipper bro. But then I was like, I reckon it was like weeks where I was like, I don't know about this guy. So I was like, kind of just kind of being cagey, right? But then he was very persistent. Eventually I was just like, okay, so serious. And then ended up, changing the way that he collects, which is cool. So it does work. Yeah, it does work. And like, there is hope, but yeah, it's a shame when like, that's ultimately where I landed, where I was like, do I hate this stuff now? Do I genuinely not like it? I recognized I was like, I just need to take a step back from it before I got pushed over the edge. I have to go back to, my roots. Yeah. And I guess Mega Dream dropping and then seeing how cool some of the cards in it were was like, yeah, this is why I like this. And speaking to my friends about the cards, this is why I like this. Which was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to, what's your favorite, what are your favorites from this? Because we haven't really spoken about it.
I think the trainers Pokemon, I think have a special place in my heart.
The trainers Pokemon, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel really annoyed that they haven't continued with trainers Pokemon. So
we've spoken about this. It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. We were saying like, why drop it? And then they brought it back. So I'm like, I'm not mad, but it's why now?
Let me just go from zero, right? Before Mega Dream EX was even revealed. I was wondering, we have Strange Pokemon, we have Terra Pokemon still in there, we have Mega Pokemon now in the mix, and newly revealed cards. How are they going to tackle this set? Because this will be a mess, if you know what I mean. There's like multiple stuff in there. How are they going to team it? So I was just say, are they going to omit Trainers Pokemon? Will this be like the last time we've seen Trainers Pokemon? Especially again with Mega Attack Rares now, especially being revealed, Mega UR cards as well. Happy enough, there are Trainers Pokemon. The only issue is I just would have appreciated that they were shifting Mega Pokemon into next year. And this is solely why that happened is because EA was delayed. That is the only issue why today's issue, I want to say is an issue, right? But there's a reason why this happens now. It's like a mess. Video game delay. Okay, that happened. But I would have honestly just saw the actual ZA content. We are going to see ZA content spoilers next year, but we are in it now, and I just hate it. Would have appreciated 1 or 2 Trainers Pokemon sets. Mega Symphonia, Mega Brave didn't need to exist. I have to say it. Could have easily been another Trainers Pokemon set. Haven't done it. Black Void, White Flare could have been a thing for next year as a special set. Could have easily been a Trainers Pokemon, honestly. Or they could have continued Trainers Pokemon in Black Bolt and White Flare, if you know what I mean. So many things that just didn't happen, and that annoys me a little bit. Coming back to Mega Dream EX, yes, go ahead.
Well, I think like it's just a missed opportunity. Like, thankfully, the set as a whole looks dope. Yeah, a lot of the it's difficult to pick a bad card from the set between the art rares, the SARs, and the megas. Yeah. And I think the MAs are really cool. I'm glad they're one per box as well.
Let's talk about the box pulls later.
Yeah, but it just means you won't walk away from a box empty-handed. You're gonna get something very clean out of a box. But look, it's a shame. That's what I'll say. It's a shame that some of those ideas weren't fully realized. However, I'm grateful that they were realized. Period, because this was the most exciting year for Pokemon. I'd say in the last 2 or 3. Much better, like definitely the best year for the SV era. And it was because the cards weren't focused on SV era mechanics like Terra. So, but I think one of the first episodes, or maybe that was a Pokeca episode, we spoke about how Terra was a failed mechanic.
Yeah, when we compare the set to Terastal Festival, we are feasting today.
Oh yeah,
and just not even because of the special arts, just the inclusion of Archers in the box, not being the crystal shard Master Ball foil cards instead of that, I think is like, yes, thank you very much, Pokemon. But on the other hand, you can see now how meaningful Archers are in sets today. If they gonna quit Archers, I think we have a problem.
Yeah,
the thing we are fearing.
Because some of these art rares, they carry the set. Like the Cider, the Doug Trio. I really like the Doug Trio, and that's a very cheap card. It's like, it'll continue to get cheaper because a lot of these cards are going to just drop in price because there's so much of this set out there. Same way Terastal Festival did. But yeah, I mean, that Doug Trio, the Mischievous, the Psyduck, like so many of those art rares, so good. Absolutely love them.
It's a nice set.
The Bidoof is really good, and especially like being such a playable card. Yeah, like the Dreepy, Dracloak line, like all the like. God, that is a great card as well. Sorry, go back.
This is Macago.
Yeah, man, this is so good. Yeah, that's cinema, man.
So again,
cooked.
In a way, I am happy that they didn't omit the trained Pokemon, and on top of that, they added even more exclusive to Mega Dream EX. But let's go back to why Mega Dream EX is such a value set. You get 3 Archers in each box.
Value for money. Yeah.
Yes. Let me. Yes, there's statistics. You get in one box 3 Archers, 1 guaranteed item, tool, or stadium super rare card, SR card. And there's Ultra Ball in there, of course, which is absolutely insane to me. And then you have 1 MA, Mega Attack rare card, guaranteed. And then on top of that, you have, which is not guaranteed in each box, 1 extra wild card. That wild card could be an extra supporter SR card, an SAR card, or a gold Mega Dragonite EX, the MUR card. Fantastic. Really fantastic. Compare this to Terastal Festival from last year. I mean, is Terastal Festival even a high class pack compared to Mega Dream EX? Honestly, right? When we set these aside, absolutely not a high class pack set, which is still a high class pack set. But yeah, this is what you want, and this is what people want as well. I do not speak for everyone, of course, but I think the majority will pick Mega Dream EX compared to Terastal Festival. And objectively speaking, like, right?
Terastal Festival, it just feels like Eevee Heroes 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think
if it was just like a regular set, it would have been
better.
Cool if it was like a regular set during the year.
Yeah, correct.
But because it was the high class set, it's like, okay, you've made. So our high class set is just basically an Eevee set with like other SARs in it, and they're okay, but they don't carry, and we're just and SV was a poorly received era. We're kind of just all over the place. It's the identity thing again. Like, I feel like Terastal Festival would have been stronger if they just didn't put any other mons except Eeveelutions in it, and then they added Eeveelution art rares.
Yeah,
and that was it.
That is,
you got what you got.
Just playing with heat, and they knew. I think the thing is, let's just put it in theory, right? Why did they put Eeveelutions in a high-class spec set? Which, again, high-class spec sets...
Because it wouldn't have sold without him.
Yes. Yeah. They knew the terrestrial cards are not as appealing, and let's amplify it by including exclusively for the first time Eeveelution EX in there. Because what high-class specs are usually all about is the best cards from the year, right? Or the 2 years.
Yeah.
And what you now see with Mega Dream EX, it is majority reprint, which includes, like, I want to say a handful of new EX cards. Honestly, not too much. That's the how it needs to be in a high-class spec set. What they did last year with Terastal Festival, they included like 8 new EX cards, which are all Eeveelutions. That to me speaks volumes. In we don't have confidence this will be as good as a high-class spec set without them. And of course, they need to get new customers. And new customers won't enjoy all these Terra special arts. And they know Eeveelution merchandise sells a lot. The last Eeveelution merchandise line from Pokémon Center, insanely viral 2 weeks ago on social media because it's Eeveelutions. Everyone likes Eeveelutions. I have not seen people who dislike Eeveelutions personally, right?
Yeah.
And they know that sells. We all both agree on that. Let's just omit Eeveelutions from Terastal Festival. What are you left with? What I want to see, and I'm not yapping probably, there are so many cool Terastal cards in released, right? What you are now doing essentially is, with the Eeveelutions being Terastal Festival, you are like, in 10, 20 years, there will be Terastal Pokemon that don't have the I want to say the video game love that they had. You know what I mean, right? And in 10 years, it won't age as well as like a Mega Dream EX will. And the thing is, why Mega Dream EX is now so good is because they have original trainers Pokemon in there, which are not tied to the video games, right? Directly. It's like original. It's a weird one
because you the topic of like set identity and cohesion is really complicated because with a set like Inferno X, where there's like no identity and there's no cohesion, it makes the set feel bad. But then you have a set like Mega Dream where they throw like everything at it. So it's got its core identity, which is Megas, but then they throw extra stuff at it.
Yeah.
Somehow it doesn't muddy it. It doesn't ruin it. So I think the core, like the takeaway is that if the core is strong enough, then the set will be okay, even if they add all this extra stuff around it. And the core is strong enough. They did that with the MAs. Rather than you feel like you walk away with, like, unless you walk away with an SAR, you walk away with nothing, which is what Terastal Festival is kind of like. I think Mega Dream kind of fixes it by saying, yes, you're always going to get one of these MA cards. So you know you are buying this set to get 3 art rares and one of these MA cards. If you get an SAR, even better. Is what makes the set so appealing. Whereas Terastal Festival is, you'll get an SAR, but it might not be what you bought the set for, because this is a box that has Eeveelutions all over it.
Yeah.
So you might get Roaring Moon, and then that's it. And I think that is just misleading your customer. Like, this is misleading your consumers.
I think the Japanese set did it less than TPCI. TPCI actively advertised it as an Eeveelution set, whereas Japan did it slightly less. They did a release merchandise with it, but it didn't really advertise it as, this is the Eeveelution set. TPCI did that.
It's kind of deceptive the more we think about it. And like, It's why I never really bought in with Prismatic. Like, yeah, it was fun because, you know, sets with Eeveelutions generally are fun. But after going through, you know, 2 or 3 ETBs, I was like, whoa, this is kind of out of control. Like, that, like the hit rates we're talking about Prismatic English, not Terastal Festival, but like the hit rates were poor. So the value prop was just not there.
Yes.
The most value I got out of Prismatic was getting play sets of Dusklops, Dusklops, Dust Noir, Dreepies, Dracloaks, you know, because I've gone back into playing Comp TCG and I'm like, oh, I got to build decks again. And I was like, well, thank goodness I opened up so much Prismatic because I have all the playables I need. That's it.
Yeah.
It's good bulk. That was it. But I was like spending 100 AU on an ETB and like, Jesus. But, and then like through this year, like Prismatic products have kept coming out. Like we spoke about this a few episodes ago, the Prismatic special, super premium fantastic expert
figure collection,
the one that has the Umbreon and the Eeveelution toys
in
it,
premium
right?
figure collection. Yeah, I opened that.
Too many words, dude. Too many words. But like, it came out recently. I missed the drop. Oh no,
you missed the drop.
Yeah, but like, it's just, I can't believe people are still buying Priz product through this year, knowing how bad of a product it is.
I bought it.
Crazy.
And opened it not because I hoped for an Umbreon EX. But by the way, someone locally did buy the box and opened and got the actual Umbreon special
Bless their
art.
Stars. Lucky
I
them.
was like 2 boxes away of getting that probably.
That's painful.
Which was slightly painful, but I bought it for the promos. And you can watch on my Parmalugia video.
Yeah.
No special art again. And I'm probably like more than I think slightly above a booster box in now, and that was for me the last straw. Can the set give me some sort of redemption? No, of course not, right? This is Prismatic Eeveelutions and everyone knows it, but everyone still opens it, and that's the thing.
I think next year with Ascended Heroes, I think people are going to have a lot of fun. I think there'll be a combination of things happening at the start of the year. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of supply for this set because TPC are going to want to make a lot of money, so I think they're going to have printed more than they printed of Prismatic, and I think interest is starting to fade because the massive profit, the profit margins. Sorry, I was trying to think of the word. Aren't there compared to middle of the year. I know they're still there if you're flipping and reselling, but I think, but Steam is like this. We're slightly losing steam. We are going to the 30th, so. It could very easily pick up again, but I think Ascended Heroes is going to be well received because you're going to get, well, we can't speak to hit rates, but I'm assuming you're going to get better value for money this time around. Although a lot of the MA cards are promos, so I doubt they're going to be actual hits.
The
art rares are there. The
thing what we need to be wary about is you get like a guaranteed Pokeball reverse. What TPCI could do, which is same in Black Bolt and White Flare, that Pokeball reverse or the other symbols could be counted as a hit, if you know what I mean. Could be. The state happens now with Black Bolt and White Flare. You have not a guarantee that these reverse Pokeball cards, or maybe they are even not a thing in the first place, but I think they are still going to include it, could be as a hit. So
if they do that and that's the hit that you're getting, then it probably won't be as well received. Yeah,
but it could happen. You know how TPC
when there's art rares out there, like if that's my hit, that or an art rare, I'm gonna be like, yeah. But if my hit is gonna be between that and an art rare, I'm gonna be like, cool, man, thanks. I don't give a flying about a Pokeball reverse. But
that is what it is.
That's why I don't collect English, because I feel like the value prop as an English collector is very, very poor.
Coming back to Japan real quick, would you still buy Mega Dream EX without the SVR cards? Now I'm asking the questions. Only MA cards in there and a Mega UR.
Yeah, I still would. Yeah. I mean, I'm not buying that set at anything more than 1.5 times retail. So if I see a box and it's, you know, a box is 6,000 yen and I see it for 9,000, I'm probably going to buy it. You know, I don't love it.
Fair.
But I understand I understand the world that we're in. Like, I understand this is the state of collectibles now. It's about drawing a line, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
If I'm not going to get it at retail, I'm never going to get it. So everyone's got their price.
Speaking
of
of price,
8,000, 9,000. Okay, so sorry, but to answer your question. So if that was the case, I think if there was no SARs, my price would probably be like 7,000, 7,500 yen. So I'd maybe pay. Let's talk in USD. If retail is 45 USD, I'd probably pay 55, 60 USD if there was no SARs and it was just the MAs, provided that the MAs were still one per box.
Yeah, and that's the question what I want to follow up about. What if the MAs were not guaranteed? Because the prices right now are really low for the MA cards. Like, there's also discussion.
But that would make the MAs hard. Then the MAs would be harder to pull. So then the MA single prices would be higher.
Yes.
I think if I was just chasing MAs, I mean,
difficult. Yeah.
The set then starts to get watered down again. Yeah. If it's just MAs though, and there's no other BS, like if I know that the hit is still
difficult,
well, then it would be a bad high class set because like if a high class set doesn't have a guarantee, if it was MAs plus other SARs. But see, the problem is that the SARs they made this year were really good. Unlike last.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
Tricky question.
Imagine if there's no art rares in the set, and that would have been.
If there's no art rares, I'm out. Sorry, if there's no art rares, I'm out. Yeah, I'm just out.
But we still bought Terastal Festival last year, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but hey, buddy, I bought it at retail. I bought 5 boxes from Pokemon Center at retail, and then I had a friend buy 4 boxes. 4 boxes from Aeon.
I'm not accusing you.
Send them to me.
I'm not accusing you.
But like I've seen Terastal Festival and it's like 14,000, 13,000 yen. So it's like 3 times retail price. No, I'm not doing it. Same with Shiny Treasure. Like I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Like now, everyone wants Shiny Treasure now because of Bubble News. Like, pause. Like, I'm not doing that. Look,
Bubble.
Those 2 boxes of Terastal Festival are sitting there.
Yeah.
They're 2 of the 4 boxes that my friend bought from Aeon and sent to me a week after the day of release. Been sitting there for a whole year. That's Resolve. Maybe one day when I'm feeling game, I'll open it up. But like the single prices of the SARs have dropped. So
yeah, that's crazy as well.
I'm probably going to pick up an Umbreon in the next 6 months before.
How much is it?
You see some stupid reversal.
How much? 30,000 yen?
Probably down to 40,000, 35,000 yen, which is what it was like launch week before everything went crazy. Yeah, like
interesting stuff again.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to tell you, but I've been a bit coy because we were trying to work out a day and a time to do this. I didn't know whether I was going to do this episode because I'm actually flying to Japan tomorrow. So,
okay, that's crazy.
Yeah. It is a bit crazy, isn't it? I only booked it 2 days ago, so it wasn't in my immediate plans. Yeah, it wasn't in my immediate plans, but things changed. Some things lined up this week, and a good opportunity arose. So I was like, why not? I'm only going to be gone for about 5 days, but
better than nothing.
It's a good time. Yeah. Well, it's a good time because Mega Dreams just dropped, so I'm going to be able to see the prices in the cabinets for myself, not what's being projected online, because some of those prices I'm seeing online are a bit crazy versus what people are telling me are actually out there on the streets. Coming
back, I think we skipped my or I didn't answer it. What is my favorite card of the set?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what's your favorite card of the set? And you were like, hold on. Where did we go?
Okay, number 1. Minus Grimmsnarl, which is floating around 10,000, 12,000 yen. Incredible. Yeah. Which was like on my bingo list this year because of the team decks this year.
Yeah.
Stevens Metagross EX also.
That's just so good. Yeah. I think it could be my favorite too.
Yeah, those 2 are my favorite.
It's really good.
What more? The Archers. I think I'm going to get nearly all Archers. Fantastic.
Like the Megas, Gengar's great. I've always thought the Charizard was really good.
Yeah, which is also funny
The
because
whole Lucha is really nice. They're all not like none of them MAs are bad. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if I pulled them because you're getting it guaranteed. And even funny is the people who spent $250 on the Charizard X UPC Ultra Premium Collection. This card is now 6,000 yen, something like that. I mean, this is like 35 euros. Come on.
Crazy.
And it's funny because I somewhat predicted this. Everyone locally here was buying that boxes for 250s. I said, hey, sorry to say this, but if you can hold out for 2 weeks longer, please. You don't know what the Japanese card will do. Maybe that already satisfies your cravings, right? It could be cheaper. I didn't expect it to be this cheap. To be one of the guaranteed box hits from Mega Dream EX.
A friend of mine actually guessed. He was saying it weeks and like months ago. And I was like,
yeah,
they're not going to do that. He's like, I reckon they're going to be one per box. I was like, mate, you're dreaming. When I saw one per box, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
What did he know?
He had faith in Team Pokemon. that he knows.
Yeah. He's one of the few out there that still... There's still some light and there's still some love in his heart. He's pure still.
Maybe this it's great that he had faith, but maybe what I was saying earlier, right? If this would be a mega, the Inferno X / big text on there, would it still have sold as good as like without the SAR? It's the same with Terastal Festival. So they had to include the SAR cards to make it more appealing, to have
Yeah, go. Sorry.
Yeah, they just the same discussion with Terastal Festival, and I want to say they don't have full confidence. This MA rarity would be as appealing to everyone, and this is a breeze of nostalgia, from 10 years ago. I get it,
dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually would have gone crazy if they made another rare variant of this in Mega Dream, where the Inferno X text was Japanese. If they had done that, I actually would have. Yeah. I would have broken. Like I would have cracked.
Yeah.
If they did that, I'm telling you what my buy price is. There ain't no buy price, bro. I'm just buying it. I'm in. I would be chasing that card so hard.
What would be even more fun, personally, if they would. They have the cross language between Japan and TPCI. What if each other language got their own Inferno X, for example, text on there in their own respective language? Imagine that.
Yeah, it would be cool.
It would be as a very cool.
Purest Japanese collector doesn't tick it for me. Doesn't do it for me. But
I agree.
Yeah. Go for it.
That would be cool because you have a nice trade ability. Hey, I have this Thai language Inferno X Mega Charizard.
Mate, there's no tradability going on with region exclusive illustrations because to trade for them you need to part with like $1,000 value card.
Oh yeah, you're talking about China now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that. No, speaking of China, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely insane what they are doing with China right now.
I'm bitter, bro.
I'm so jealous.
5 years ago, you and I were talking on Pokeguardian podcast about how cool it would be to have region exclusive.
Not this one.
Now we're here with region exclusives, and I'm like, cool, man. What a monkey paw wish.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for in life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, this is like insane. And I mean, look what they're releasing right now. New Archwares, new special Archwares. Again, my biggest fear is that they will like do a card that I actually collect, and it's unobtainable.
I mean, they did the Umbreon.
Yeah, but it's not really. It's still within my grasp. Still, it's not new EX Satoma 151 exclusive $10,000 card, but it eventually will get to some certain level that I'm not comfortable with, and this is exactly the reason.
Yeah,
and I hate it. It's crazy. Yeah,
I don't want to love you and leave you, but I do need to. I think we need to wrap this one up because we could be talking for hours, and I do need to hit the hay. I got an early flight tomorrow. Yeah,
I wish you a very safe travels and a nice trip. And
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you all like the stream and put some on your YouTube channel as well. So I will look forward to that. And
I'm excited to head over there and see what it's like, because it is always really fun to be in Japan when a new set drops. I was fortunate to be there for Team Rocket and then Black Ball, White Flare. So yeah, I'm excited to see what it's like. I will be picking up some cards because I know that there's a sweet spot that eventually hits with high class sets. You know, 2 to 7 days after the set drops is like a little bit of a sweet spot where
saturation.
Yeah, and then after that, things get, you know, then the market actually comes into play. I was thinking something about this. I wanted to speak to you about this, but maybe we'll have to save it for next episode, and we will. When I get back, we'll talk about this because I find it interesting how market price is now largely being dictated by card stores in Japan. So they're trying to set the market price before the actual market speaks for itself on platforms like Mercari and Yahoo Auctions. I find it really interesting, and that's why I'm very curious to see what I see, I guess, tomorrow and then Monday, because what we're seeing online, and I usually speak about, you know, when we talk about the prices, we're looking at sites like Card Rush, isn't necessarily what is happening there. So, yeah. But let's have that be next episode's discussion when I get back, which will be a week from now.
Wait, how much is Mega Gengar now? Special art, I believe 85,000 yen, and I saw it roaming between 90 to 100. It's not.
Somebody messaged me. Kizuna Collectibles messaged me yesterday. We're talking about this. He said that it was 160,000 yen on launch. Yeah,
160. Oh.
Yes, 160,000. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they are trying to set the market price.
Yeah.
But the market price is what the market decides, not what the card stores. Because like, obviously, it didn't stick. They didn't stick the landing there. But they've all come down. I've been tracking them since release. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to compare what I've been tracking versus there, and then share it with you.
I think Gengar will be below 40,000 yen. In 1 or 2 months, 40,000 yen, and that is the same with what Umbreon is roaming at.
It's just got to follow Umbreon from Terastal Festival. Logically, these cards need to follow Terrafest because
so much pulled.
There's so much of this out there, and you shared this in the Discord this morning, and I shared it on Instagram. There was an AI picture of Mega Dream boxes in a warehouse. Right, it's not real. There's another picture that is real that it's based off, which is of like about 500 or 600 boxes. But it's not far from reality. Like, there is in reality likely that much of it out there.
Yes.
So if Terrafest, which had Eeveelutions front and center and Umbreon as a chase, saw Umbreon come down in a set that is notoriously difficult to pull special arts from, if Umbreon came down to 40,000, 35,000 yen, I'm sure Gengar, which is also from a high class set, which has a whole lot of other cooler pulls, or pulls that are just as cool.
That's cool, yeah.
I'm sure Gengar's probably going to do the same. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Right.
Might even happen by the end of the week. I might even get a picture of it in a card store. Who knows?
Hey, as we speak, Amazon Japan is delivering my box thing early next week. Early next week, I won a lottery, of course. Hey, for first time. Maybe
congratulations.
Maybe I could share it on camera. Maybe, but this is not the pool that I want personally. I would definitely enjoy getting it, but I would rather like get a Marnie, Steven, what more? There's so much SAR cards that are so cool. I would likely appreciate getting a SAR box, but let's see on my channel next week.
Praying for you. All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for tuning back in. Sorry for the hiatus again. Promise I'll be back next week with Zach. We promise we'll be back, don't we? Pinky swear. Pinky swear. To the camera. Come on.
There you go.
Thank you. Good work. All right.
Okay.
Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. We're everywhere. Go and check out the PokeGuardian.com website, PokeGuardian.com Patreon. Give him some love. You can find me on YouTube, OKJLove, and Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. And we'll be back next week. Thanks again.
Some nice cards in this deck box for next episode.
Yeah, let's share some cards next week too. True.
Have a nice day, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.
Take care. See you soon.